All right, good to go. All right, a little twisting. So you did some Pilates yesterday, so you probably got a plenty of core workout in, huh?
I did really. It was like sort of crazy.
Yeah, Pilates is like war training, if you ask me. Like, if you were doing Pilates 3 or 4 days a week for, say, several years, you ought to be one of the strongest people on the planet.
Oh yeah.
Settle into your twist. Long, deep breath into the belly. Slow it down, drop the shoulders and twist to the other side. And back to center. We walk the fingertips out in front of you. Try to reach forward. Maybe now would be a good time to switch the position of your feet. Keep a little balance, opening up those hips. Walk the fingertips around to the right. Try to keep the hips settled into the mat. And maybe just walk the fingertips all the way around to the other side. Now in your twist, see if you can take the outside of this elbow and get it right outside this knee so you can get like a little lower back corner area twist. So you're just twisting. You can feel it. Kind of a similar concept to that seated Utkatasana twist. You just want to use that elbow as leverage, but be gentle. And one more time back to the other side. And back to center. Whew. All right, a little cat cow pose here. Seated cat cow. Round the back. And ear to shoulder. Gotta check in on my boy Joe today. His daughter's an equestrian and she fell off a horse, bucked her off yesterday, got spooked by something,
Oh no.
banged her head and got concussed.
Oh my God.
She's
Oh.
fine. She just took a little bit of a knot. And it sucks because their whole school is going on some big excursion, so now they're trying to figure out if she should go.
Uh,
Got a doctor checking her out this morning. All right, I think my back is pretty warmed up. Reach your right fingertips up high as you can go and see if you can maybe just kind of reach over without letting the sitting bones leave the mat.
how old
So
is she?
Luba is 15. 15.
Wow.
Yeah, she's quite the equestrian, man. Little tiny something. It's
Uh,
funny. You never see big equestrians.
it's
And let's try the other side. What were you saying?
gotta be scary as hell though for her to be
Oh
there.
my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, they have her in boarding school, so this happened when they weren't there.
Where is
So
she?
she's about an hour away from Denver
Okay.
on on a big ranch, big 1,000 acre ranch where their school is. Reach, reach, reach.
Ugh.
Slowing it down, slowing it down. You did a lot of core work yesterday. I'm sure this probably feels good and bad.
No, it's all right.
And release. Roll over to hands and knees. Uh, Turn toes under. Sit back into your toes. Stretch your arches a little bit. Maybe arch the back. Create just a little cat cow pose again. Kind of working through it. Walking your hands around to the right. Again, keep the toes firmly planted so you can keep the hips and knees straight. Open up the side body and maybe a little bit of twisting, a little cat cow, and then walk the hands to the other side. And sink into it a bit. And let's have our first down dog. Turn the toes under. Just kind of walk it back. Take it slow. Go to where you're comfortable. Keep walking it out. Maybe even just kind of taking it slow motion. Same beat as the music. Waking up the hamstrings, waking up the calves. And pause for a minute. Find a stopping place where you can just get still for a minute. Long, deep breath. Extend through the fingertips. Inhale up on your toes. Wake up the calves. Woo, it's a lot for me. Calf muscles are exhausted. I'll take a second. And down. Inhale up on your toes. Gently bend your knees. Look towards your fingertips. Hang out for a second. And slowly walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Swan dive up. Exhale, prayer. All right, stand at the top of your mat. Sweep the arms up. Swan dive down. Touch. Inhale, flat. Exhale as you take a long step back with the right foot. Runner's lunge on the left side. So, right leg is far and reaching. Drop into the heel of the left foot. Knee right over ankle. See, can you extend out through that stretch? Touch down with the right hand inside the left ankle, and then we just slowly begin to find our way to a little soft twist. And maybe play with just kind of opening and closing it. And exhale, we touch down. And let's just rock back and forth. Spring off that back toe. Find your way back to the top. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold. Swan dive to stand. Exhale, prayer. My camera back just a hair. There we go. Sweep the arms up. And swan dive all the way back down. Touch. Inhale, flat. Exhale, long step back with the left foot. Drop the hips. Knee over ankle. Take the time. Now take a little time to maybe twist open to the right. And just rock for a second. Both hands placed back on the ground. We'll find our way back to the top of the mat. Spring off that back toe. Inhale flat. Exhale fold. Gently walk the hands up the legs. A little bend in the knee. Press, press, press. Stand. Top of your mat. Inhale. Sweep the arms up. Exhale. And let's play with a little bit of balance for just a second. Kickstand the right foot. You press the foot right into the thigh, create a nice little bond, and then reach the arms up and stretch. Really open up that knee. Swan dive the hands down. Place the foot back on the mat. Shake it out. Let's try the other side. Kickstand, get comfortable. Go to where you feel you're going to be able to focus and relax. Press the foot right into the thigh and reach up tall. Get as tall as you can. And exhale. Touch down with the foot. Shake it out. All right. Move my mat up just a little closer. Now we're going to move through some Utkatasana chair poses. Try to wake up the thighs just a little bit. Touch toes together. Sit down into your chair, maybe touch your toes, just kind of feel it out. Start tucking your tailbone under. And let's sweep the arms up. So we're here. Maybe extend the arms, tuck tailbone a little more, and try to sit in. Maybe hands in prayer for a second. Just try to relax. Breathe into the belly. Now, left elbow right outside right knee. So you can keep the knees lined up though. Maybe take your gaze to the ceiling. And fold over your legs gently. Crown of the head reaches toward the mat. Walk the hands up the legs. Relax the shoulders. Sweep the arms up. And sink right on into that chair again. Press the knees together. Tuck tailbone. Hands in prayer. Breathe into the belly. Right elbow right outside the left knee. Maybe take your gaze to the floor so you can keep those knees aligned. Foot placement solid. Knees solid. Hips solid. And then work on twisting while keeping your gaze pointed toward the ground. Breathe. Keep adjusting the hips, placing them even and steady. And then maybe turn your gaze to the ceiling if you feel confident with your balance. And exhale as you fold over those legs. Shake it out. Walk your hands up your legs and relax. Notice
Yeah.
how the back.
Good
What's up?
morning, brothers. Just stopped in
Hey,
to
what's
say
happening,
hello.
man? What's happening, brother?
Ah,
Just got in from one conference, packing for another one.
You're like a
Doing
professional conferencer.
In this season, that is exactly what I am.
Mhm.
Sorry I'm late. The clock's changed, but my biological clock didn't.
Hey,
So
it's all good. I was surprised to see Brixton up. I was like, man, maybe I get lucky this week and I won't have to do this.
no such thing.
Um, brother was right on time. We're gonna get this work. Well, good to see you, man.
good to see y'all too. Do your thing.
Thank you, sir.
Brinson, any chance you do South by Southwest?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
I
All right.
went once from the film side. I was like, I don't get it. They
Yeah.
got, they got some big premieres, but not a lot of community.
They have an education conference before the big festival begins, which is what
Okay.
I'm heading to today.
Oh, good.
And
Where is
then
it this
there's an
year?
interactive conference that overlaps at the end. And I'm doing a vibe coding workshop
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's cool.
with
Where?
Google for educators and tech people. So
Oh, cool.
it should be fun.
So how long are you there?
Where?
You there a week? How long are you there?
Yeah, I'm not getting back till Friday. Normally, I would be on a Thursday morning flight, but it's this vibe coding thing that's causing me to stay
Oh, nice.
another night. I was hoping maybe you might be there
Yeah. No, I
for
haven't.
reasons that I might get to see you, but
I appreciate that, but I'm not. We've sort of pulled back on festivals overall too, because it's been,
yeah,
they're very expensive, a little bit elite in terms of access for the next generation.
yeah. The festival went bankrupt during COVID
Oh, wow.
and got
Interesting.
bought by private equity firm. They did a good job of keeping it secret, but that
Oh,
is what
wow.
happened.
That's crazy.
So it's changed a little bit in its nature here, but
That gotta be interesting.
all right, gentlemen, I'll let y'all get back.
All right, sir.
All gravy,
Good
man.
workout. Good to see you
All
both.
gravy. Yeah, you too, brother. We got to
Well,
catch up. We got to catch up on next month's reflection, man. I'm at least once a month. I think we got to do one.
All right, I got one for you.
All right, all right.
All
Maybe we don't
right,
have to wait till next month. We'll see. I'll talk to
all
you.
right. Talk to you soon.
All right, brother. All right, back at the top of your mat and sweep the arms up. We're gonna move through some sun salutations now. I think the body's sufficiently warm. Inhale the arms up. One, touchdown. Inhale flat, and just walk it out to your first plank. So you can get those hips long and lean and just leaning toward the mat, but flat crown of the head all the way to the heel. Touchdown with the knees. And let's just move through our first one. Inhale up. Keep it real gentle on this first flow. Maybe roll back into a rest. Turn the toes under and find your way to down. Inhale up on your toes, bend your knees, and just tiptoe right onto the top of the mat. Let's keep these quick and easy. Inhale up, exhale flat. Make your way to the top, whichever feels like the best on your body. If it's walking your hands up or swan dive, let's do it. Up, reach, touch, inhale flat, exhale. And see every time if you step back, can you choose a different leg? Just try to remember which leg step back. And the next time around, use the other. Touch down with your knees. We're going to swoop right on through and up. Exhale down. Inhale up on your toes, bend your knees. Let's just tiptoe right back to the top of the mat. We're going to skip that chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Swan dive up. Prayer. Sweep the arms up. Rolling back into number three. Touchdown. Inhale flat. Step back with a different leg. Plank. Touchdown with the knees. Worm through it. Up. Slide back to baby if you like. Down dog. Inhale up on the toes. Bend the knees. Tiptoe to the top or slide or gracefully just jump. Inhale flat. Fold. Walk the hands up the legs. Choose your lift. If it's going to touch and relieve pressure on your lower back, do that. Inhale up. Swan. Touchdown. Inhale flat. Exhale. Just walk it out to plank. Maybe touchdown with the knees again. This time a little more structure to your Urvamuka. Maybe now you're pressing into your legs a little bit, taking your thighs off the ground. Down dog. Inhale up on your toes, bend your knees toward the fingertips. Look and just pop up toward the top. Inhale flat. Fold. Swan. Prayer. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Swan down. Touchdown. Inhale flat. Let's walk it out to plank. Knees touch if you want. Let's move through for number 5. Up dog. Pressing stronger through the feet now. Maybe starting to elevate the body off the mat. And then begin to use the core to lift. Find your way into down dog. Inhale up on the toes, bend the knees, and tiptoe or step. Maybe a long step is where you are now, and you want to activate your core. Inhale flat. Exhale, fold. Swan dive up. Prayer. Keep reaching back up. Gonna flow right on through these last 5. Touchdown. Inhale flat. Walk it out to plank. Maybe you don't touch down with the knees now. See if your arms are warm and strong enough to support you through a chaturanga. Down dog. Inhale up on the toes. Make your way back to the top. Inhale flat. Fold. Swan. Prayer. 4 left. Reach. Inhale, swan. Exhale, touch. Inhale, flat back. Make your way out to plank. Move through it. Up. Down. Inhale up on your toes. Bend your knees. Look to the fingertips. Bring up to the top. Inhale, flat. Fold. Swan dive up. Prayer. Reach. Swan. Touch. Plank. Find yourself there. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Strong one. Inhale up on the toes, bend the knees and tiptoe. Or walk. Long step. Inhale flat. Fold. Inhale up. Prayer last 2. Take a breath. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Swan. Touchdown. Inhale flat. Exhale. Really prescriptive now. Take a long step back with the right foot. Hold your runner's lunge for a second. Press into the mat. Arch your back. Take your left foot back. Breathe and move through chaturanga with some focus. Up dog. Down dog. Crown the head, reach toward the mat. Inhale up on your toes, bend your knees, and find your way to the top of the mat. Inhale flat. Exhale, fold. Swan dive up. Last one around. Exhale, breathe. Sweep the arms up. Swan. Who's that laughing over there? Inhale flat. Exhale, walk it out. Who was that? Who did you pick up?
Uh,
What's
Raheem, I
up?
just got here late.
What's up, brother?
Man, time change. Got a brother Royal, so I had to tap in with y'all.
What's happening? Well,
Good.
it's a lean crowd today, brother.
Oh,
Exhale down.
I'm sure it is. Just wanted to kind of get that energy. That's all.
Yeah, man. We had one other brother pop on, but it's just me and Brixton trying to get this work.
Oh yeah, dig it.
Man, I'm sorry I missed our meetup yesterday. I just totally blew it. Didn't even cross my mind.
Oh nah, it's all good. You pretty much up to speed on it, so you kind of know that you pretty savvy with it. You'll catch up. But
Yeah,
we just
sorry
got
about that.
Oh yeah, you good. I appreciate that. Just gonna go over to that bar. That's where everybody wants to go because they're like, why don't we just have the meeting over there?
Which bar?
uh,
The one
blend
in
the blend.
Glencoe? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
we just gotta figure out what how far they need and if we can bring potluck or if we can bring.
Oh yeah, we get it. If you want me to, I'll
Yeah,
call over today and check it out.
yeah. Yep.
All right. Inhale up on your
I'll just
toes.
listen in and try to do a couple stuff.
Yeah, man, take your time. Back at the top of the mat, exhale, fold. Peace finger grip the big toes. Press the toes into the mat. I'm sorry, press the toes and fingers into the mat. See, can you just kind of lean over, kind of stretch this hip out? It's been really tight, so I want to try and straighten the legs. So I can hinge at my hips and kind of almost like twist these hips up toward the ceiling almost. I want to release hamstrings, try to release the glute, and fall in. Walk the hands right on up the knees and shake the hamstrings out. Woo, man, I tell you one thing, my hamstrings is talking to me this morning. Jesus. All right. Standing postures. We're going to take a long step back with the right foot. Find our warrior one. So we did a lot of sun salutations, so I'm going to give your arms time to rest. We won't go back there, but we just kind of sink in, tuck the tailbone, drop in, open up the back leg, and continue walking the left toes up the mat, keeping the knee right over the ankle. Get to where you feel like, okay, here's my edge. I'm good. And then let's just hold posture for a minute. Swivel the hips forward. Check in with that back ankle. If the leg starts to buckle, see what you can do to straighten it out. And don't overtax the ankle. Like right now, my right ankle is a little gimpy because I tried to challenge my wife to some stairs the other day, and she actually whooped my ass on that. I figure, I run a couple times a week. I should be cool, but let my ego get in the way. And as you know, whenever you change routines, your body just says, hey, man, we don't do this every day. What are you doing? A little more bend in the left knee. Now let's reach the arms up and finish off this Virabhadrasana one strong. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Maybe sink more into that left knee. Breathe, breathe, breathe. The goal would be to ultimately get this thigh parallel with the ground. So you want to be way down here somewhere, but not today. As soon as I did that, my heart rate spiked. Whew. And exhale, hands in prayer. And let's open it to two. You come out of it for a second, straighten this left leg. Open up the knee just a little bit so you can see the big toenail right inside the knee. And again, open this up, straighten the leg, roll the ankle open gently. Extend the hands. Breathe. Whew. Maybe a little more bend in that front knee. Let's take the bend out for just a second. Reach the arms up. Take a breath. Maybe grab the hands at the top and sink right on back in. This time, maybe a little deeper bend in that knee. You got this. Now let's reverse that warrior. Let's take the left fingertips to the sky. Get high, get high, get high. Now reaching it back. And straighten the leg all the way out. Take a little time off. Swivel the hips a bit. Maybe reach that hand forward. I have blocks. If you don't have blocks, grab them now. But I'm going to try a little triangle pose. I'm going to heel toe my right foot in, shorten my stance just maybe 6 inches or so. And then I'm going to reach. I'm going to open that shoulder. We'll reach a little more. Open that shoulder. And I'm going to tip on over, trying to keep the openness of the shoulder. So maybe the hand just stops on the knee for right now, and you get your bearings. Maybe slide the hand down until it touches the block or touches the floor. Take your time. Don't be here for a second. If you need to come out, slowly walk your hands back up the leg. Sometimes you get a little cramp in this area that's trying to compress. Shake it out, maybe even rub it out. Mine did. Mine tried to tighten up, which is good. Now, see if you can take a long, deep breath, relax this time, and see can you slide right back in there. And now, with a little more elasticity in this side of the body, perhaps you can bring some air in there. And exhale as we form pyramid pose. Right hand touches the mat. So you can keep the hips where they are. Now, I'm going to grab a block because I think my body would appreciate it. I'm going to stay here for a minute in this pyramid pose. That's funny. I was actually just thinking about why I hadn't listened to Slum Village in a long time. Like 2 songs ago, I was like, you know what? I haven't listened to Slum Village in a while.
Yo, that's a classic too.
Classic album, bro.
Man, digging in the crates.
Bruh. And whenever you're ready, turn that right toe down, runner's lunge. Press into the mat and see if you can just slide the left foot back to meet the right, plank pose. Take advantage of your plank pose. Now, I know you did a lot of core yesterday, Brixton, so maybe you want to chill out on this, but I'm going to take the right knee to the right elbow. Just tap a couple of times. Take it back. Left knee to left elbow. Tap a couple of times. Just warming up. Plank pose. Now, just a little bit more aggressive. We're going to take the right knee to the left elbow and twist with it. Just hold for a second. See if you can press into both hands equally while you hold that knee to the elbow. And take it back. Left knee, right elbow. Hold for a second. And we take it back. Touch down with the knees. And let's just gently roll right through that chaturanga. Chest, chin, press to up. Up dog. Press to the top of the feet. Take thighs and knees off the mat. Look up toward the corner of the room. And start to use your core to lift, lift, lift. Down dog. Crown of the head reaches toward the mat. Sink in. Drop the heels a little closer to the earth if possible. Long, deep breath. Press through the fingertips. Upper back starts to bend just a little bit down toward the mat as you try to move your chest and chin toward the mat, taking a deep breath. Inhale up on your toes, bend your knees, look towards your fingertips. Let's tiptoe to the top of the mat. Inhale flat. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands gently up the legs as we prepare for the other side. Standing posture. Gonna take a long step back with the left foot in a minute, but just settle for a second. Drop the shoulders. Mountain pose to Tadasana. Open up the chest. Drop the shoulders. Long step back, left foot. All right, find your warrior. Swivel hips forward. Bend into that right knee. Left leg starting to straighten. Toes gripping the mat. And just keep twisting forward, straightening the back leg. And we sit into it. Bend the knee, tuck the tailbone, walk the toes up the mat. Go to where you feel like, all right, this is my edge. Continue to straighten the back leg, flatten the belly. More bend in that right knee. Extend the arms up. And sink on in a little bit more. Again, if you need to back out for a second, do that. Just try to set in for a minute. Get to that point where you're like, I'm uncomfortable. But take that long breath and see if you can identify something else to focus on besides the discomfort. Maybe relax your face a little bit. Close the eyes if you need to. Regroup. Maybe a little more bend, a little more straightening of the back leg, a little more tuck of the tailbone. And we reach the arms up. Now, if you'd like to separate the shoulders a bit and really reach, we're gonna find ourselves in that warrior two posture. If you need to come out for a second, get that leg a little break. Now would be the time. Open up the chest, open up the knee, and extend. See if you can keep as much pull outwardly as, and then see if you can bring the heels and try to pull them close and feel the tightness and the strength you're building right through the groin area. So you're reaching and then pull the heels together at the same time while also bending deep into that right knee. A lot going on. Static movements are tough. Trying to kind of move against an immovable object with the heels pulling back towards each other is tough. All right, take a little stress off the leg for a second. Maybe heel toe. Now let's sit right back into it. Comfortable. And let's reach up with the right arm. Tuck the tailbone, steel, reach, reach, reach. If you want to wrap, wrap. If not, take the hand down the leg, but get the height first. Get that length, and you can feel this entire thing just like stretching out. Whew, Jesus. Got a lot going on over there today. And exhale, straighten the leg. Gonna start opening the shoulder. I'm gonna grab my block. I'm gonna open. I'm gonna reach. Open. And I'm gonna reach. And I'm gonna find my way to a block. But keep in mind, please don't straighten this leg if your hamstrings are not digging that. If you want, just keep a little bend, keep it safe. And work on the opening first, twisting that back open. Really, maybe even take the left hand behind the back. See, can you get that shoulder to really just kind of open, facing this left pec muscle toward the ceiling. Find your way to that block or a pillow or a book or anything that kind of keeps you from overextending the hamstring, and then perhaps straighten. Left arm reaches toward the ceiling. And this part of the body continues to lift, to lift, to lift. Open up those ribs and make space for more air and take a long, deep breath.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
It's not a natural movement, I'll tell you that.
oh, no lies detected.
Feel those ribs trying to separate and open up a little bit. And exhale, slow reach to the earth. Find left hand reaching toward the mat. Maybe make a little space east and west with your feet on the mat. Sink in a pyramid pose. Now in this position, hips are now pointing forward like they were in the warrior one pose. So you're gonna kind of release that right hip back down south and just kind of focus on flattening the back. Do what you can to keep the legs straight or close to straight. See if you can extend through the crown of the head, almost like you're trying to create some bit of separation between the head and the body. Reach the crown of the head forward, long straight lines. And let's exhale as we fall right into runner's lunge. Long deep breath. I want you to press into the mat. Take the right foot off the mat best you can, or just slide it back. Find your plank pose. Extend through the crown of the head, flatten through the belly, and just see if you can make a one long straight line. And I want you to take your feet as wide as your mat. For a little core work this time, let's see if you can extend the right fingertips out. Breathe. Just kind of float there for a second. And touch down. Try the other side. Breathe. And we touch down. To bring the feet back together again. Plank pose. Still holding on if you can. If you need to touch down with the knee, please do. Take a break. But now I want you to take the heels, turn both heels to the right. But notice if you start to twist through the waist and your shoulders move, try to keep the shoulders level. Just let the waist do that work. Feel the twist through the waist and the middle back. Long, deep breath. And let's try the other side. Again, sink the hips and feel that twist right in that specific area. Waist, middle back. Press into both hands equally. I know shoulders are heating up now. They're probably pretty tired. And back to regular plank. Press to down dog or drop to your knees and rest. Give your shoulders a little break. So this down dog for me is pretty restful because I can get my heels on the ground, so my shoulders and arms aren't doing that much work. Probably like a 70-30 split. 70% of the weight's on my feet, so my arms are easy going, but if you need to, drop to your knees, take that pressure off your arms, settle in here for a second. We're gonna play with a little bit more side angle twist and find our way into some side angle postures with a little balance, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So let your arms rest for a second. If you need to completely rest, drop into resting baby. Next exercise is gonna be a little aggressive. Maybe 3 to 5 more good breaths before we hit the peak postures and get out of here. All right, whenever you're ready, find your way back to plank. We'll start by saying, let's turn our heels to the right. So the right toes are touching the back of the left heel. You're just leaning into it. And then maybe we can open up, take fingertips to the sky. Now you can also do this on an elbow. If you're not comfortable with your shoulder strength, we can go here.
Oh
But
yeah.
see if you can avoid raising up with the hips, create the levelness. So
Oh,
level hips.
yeah, that's the easiest start.
Now,
Oh,
if you're comfortable with that, maybe take the foot and place it right on top of the foot. Again, every little position gets a little bit more work. If you found your way here, maybe extend through the foot. And if you're really crazy, maybe reach down and grab the toe. So can you
yo,
twist and place the foot right back on the mat? Now that's hard. I will admit that last move, it looks easy, but it is some major work. Because what's happening is you got to use that core to really bring the foot up. And then to control it, you have to really be cool with keeping your core tight. That is a lot.
yeah, yeah. Ooh.
And breathe. Back in your runner's lunge, get there however you want to get there. That was it. That's the peak pose. Now let's rock. Let's bring off the back toes. Top of the mat. Inhale flat. Exhale fold. Walk the hands up the legs for a little break. I'm gonna switch sides.
Yeah, that's a monster.
It is.
Ooh, I
How
like
successful are you, Brixton, with grabbing that foot in midair like that?
Not at all.
it. Yeah, I didn't do it efficient. I tried,
Perfect,
but I
perfect.
like
Don't
it.
overdo it. It's a lot of core work. You don't want to
Yeah,
pull anything in here if you can overdo it. So don't pull anything in here and later on be pissed off. Maybe just touch the toe and let it go and see how it feels. Inhale up, exhale swan, touch down, inhale flat. Let's make it out to plank. And this time, I want you to turn the toes to the left. Left toes touching the right heel and start to drop. Even drop enough so that you start to feel the stretch on the underside of that hip. You start to feel that and you're like, okay, that's too far, and bring it back up. Breathe, and then maybe place the foot on top. See if you can get here. Maybe take the right arm up. See, can you get here? If you got here and you want to stay here, or try to lift the hips. Maybe take the foot up, open it, and then that craziness would be to touch the toe, and just take it back, or touch the toe and plant it. Woo!
yeah.
And right here. And then just chill out. We'll rock for a second. And we just drop to the left knee. Start making our way to the mat. Left knee drop. Relax into it. Relax. Press through the heel of the right foot. Just take a second here for things to settle down. That's a lot of work on the middle back. It's a lot of work on the core. Maybe even do a little twist. Elbow right outside knee. And we're not over twisting. We're just sort of pressing and releasing. And release. Switch knees. Press into that heel. Tuck tailbone. You can feel that pull right through here. And maybe just a little light twist. Elbow outside the knee. And you're not twisting. We're just trying to relax. Kind of like wringing out the towel a little bit. Exhale. Right back here. Now extend the left foot. Just little hamstring stretch. Now you can do this a couple ways. You can keep going with that foot, head toward a split. Probably not something that you want to play around with though if you don't have the good blocks and stuff around you to support you. Feel that hamstring. Take the time to release and stop complaining and press into the mat. Pull the foot back. Switch sides with it. Extend the right heel. And you could do it here. You could sit back on that foot if you feel like your knee is solid. I only recommend this if you know you don't have any knee issues. If you think you have knee issues or even curious, don't even play with it. Move that right foot forward, go to where you feel comfortable with. Maybe use your blocks to hold you up.
Oh yeah. Ah,
This is really nice if you get to a point where you can have your blocks kind of be your support. Just kind of sit there for a minute. A lot going on right there.
it's nice.
I'm sure it's nice for you. How many miles do you put up a week on average?
Usually 30, 35, maybe
Yeah.
40 if I go to the mountains, but that's usually rare. During the winter, summer I'll probably pick it up around 40, 50 because the mountains are a little bit longer.
Yeah, that hamstring work probably feels pretty good then.
Oh yeah.
And release. Let's make our way back to a comfortable seat on our ankles again. Only you know how your body feels. If the ankle sitting is not cool, put something under and sit on that. And let's release. Slow it down. We're done with our intensive work. We're just going to slow it all down. And when you're ready, just kind of release, slide over to a hip. Staff pose, extend the feet. Maybe touch the knees, the shins, the calves, or maybe just reach your hands around and try to pull yourself lower. Go to what feels right for you. Again, hinging at the hips. So you're trying to almost like take the hips and twist them back towards the back of the room. If that makes any sense. So keeping the chin moving toward the toes versus arching and kind of rolling the back. And maybe open the legs and just kind of stretch over to one toe, stretch over the other toe, feel it out. Know what's good for your body. And then let's maybe lean over to one foot and just kind of hold in place. Perhaps you turn your waist, try to get your belly toward the thigh. And you feel that twist, and then lean toward moving the chin again toward the toe. See if you can flatten the back of this leg out on the mat and release it. Slowly move the fingertips around to the other side. Take it easy. Again, see if you can twist, put your belly right over. Wrapping this thing up. Move the chin again toward the toe. Activate the ankle to kind of keep the stretch long in the hamstring. And release. Pull the feet together like the pages of a book. Kind of open the feet a little bit. Press the elbows. Open up the legs a bit. Kind of maybe butterfly the legs for a second. Or maybe take the elbows and press them and find a spot that feels like it's right at your edge. Just hold on for a second. And bring the knees together by just pressing them together. Pull them close. Maybe take your forehead towards your knees. Relax. And let's start to straighten it out to a nice little flat back. Roll back onto your elbows. Let's put the right ankle right on top of left knee. Kind of a reverse pigeon on your back. Thread the right arm through the triangle and just try to grab that knee. Again, Place the tailbone on the mat if possible and see if you can get the shoulders to reach the mat. Once the back is fully relaxed and you can just focus on the hip, and that could take a couple minutes. Give it some time. Now, tailbone sitting on the mat, hips relaxed, shoulders relaxed, spine straight. Try to pull the ankle just a couple of inches closer to the chest. Maybe not even an inch, just a little. You'll notice you start to roll the back a bit. If you roll the back, try to reposition, flatten it out so that the work is just in the hip. Take 2 or 3 long, deep breaths. See with each breath, can you make a micro adjustment that brings the ankle just a little closer to your chest without taking your body off the mat, without taking your back off the mat. Careful and slow release. And let's try the other side. Again, flatten the back, relax. And then we'll start pulling the ankle in. Once we get the tailbone down, the sitting bones down, the hips relaxed, the spine straight, shoulder blades touching the mat. Then we'll start trying to pull the knee in.
Oh, yeah.
Every time your back tries to leave the mat, back out of it a little bit. Take a breath, and then slowly try to re-engage. Couple more deep breaths. And slow, careful release. Both feet touch the mat. Maybe reach your fingertips towards your heels, and we'll do a little bridge pose. Make a prayer hands right under the back. Start pressing through the heels. Push hips up. This is also nice if you want to do it more restorative. You can put a block under you. It's tricky to get it under there, right? But if you can find that spot, you can make this a lot more relaxing. You release the hips. And this becomes a very relaxing posture. But with the block at its highest level, it's going to be a lot of strain on your lower back. So if that doesn't feel particularly great, maybe here. And slowly find your way all the way back flat on the mat. Extend the left foot, pull the right knee in, last position. Little twist. Pull the right knee toward the right shoulder. Activate the left ankle. And just a little twist. Also great to have a block if you don't have one, or a pillow, and just kind of rest your knee on it. And then you can take away that frustration of trying to figure out where to place the knee, and you can just worry about trying to get your back to flatten on the mat. Open up the ribs a little bit. See how much more back you can put on the mat. And if you've got a block here, you can pull the knee up a little higher and get a little better twist. And more back on the mat. And slow release by just straightening the leg. You don't have to pull it all the way across your body. Straighten it. That's a gentle release. And let's try the other side. Bring the knee up tight. Knee toward the shoulder. Long deep breath. Take the thigh right outside the rib cage and kind of feel the hip open a little bit. And then start your twist. See if you can keep that right leg on the mat. Man, my left side's tight, but find a spot where you can relax for a second and hold maybe 3 breaths.
That sounds tough.
And it depends on how high you take the knee too. Like the higher you take the knee,
Oh, okay.
a little
Yeah.
bit more stretch is happening across the back. If you lower the knee, probably a little easier. But I like to get that knee up as high as I can, feel the IT band get active. And again, just straighten the leg for a slow release. You'll see a lot of people try to take the leg back across. I like to just straighten it. You've already done a lot of work. You don't have to overdo it. Straighten the leg, slide back onto your back. And now just let the back melt into the mat. Shake it out. You've done a lot of twisting, a lot of kind of strenuous stuff. See if you can see how many parts of the back can start to touch the mat, flatten the end, melt into the mat, release all those muscles. It feels good to just place your feet down because you have a little sway in your back, a little dip in your back. This might feel better. Sometimes just pulling the knees in for a second. Release the hips, release the lower back a little bit. That can feel pretty good too. One of my favorites is just place a little block right under tailbone. This can feel pretty nice. Another little trick if you want to try to kind of lower your stress and kind of relax the nervous system a bit. Placing this block right underneath, right at the base of your lower back, taking your feet up toward the ceiling, kind of drain the blood out the feet. This can be pretty awesome as well. A little easy if you have your legs up a wall, but it's really good for lowering your blood pressure, relaxing. Now, if you're doing this without a block, it can be quite a bit of core work to just hold your feet toward the ceiling, but you still get a good benefit. So if you want a little work, this is also pretty cool, but you can also feel the blood draining from the feet. It just becomes a little more active because your core is doing a lot more of the work here, but still feels pretty good. And last but not least, Savasana pose. Fall into it. Let the toes fall out. We will end it here.
Needed that.
Namaste, brethren.
Namaste. Thank you.
Take it easy.
You too. Right. Peace out, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, good to see you, Bricks, and may you have a great week.
You too, man.
Namaste.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Here's Raheem.
Peace, family.
All right, Raheem.
Yes, sir. Let it sink in, brother.
Yeah.
I'm getting up.
Oh yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah. I needed that. The
And
hips.
the whole purpose is to get to that point where you can just chill for just a second. It always cracks me up when I go to a yoga class and I see people finish all the hard work and then they just jump up, run, grab their bag, and head out.
Yeah.
Like they don't. A lot of people don't want to take time for this part, and I get it. You got stuff to do, but it's kind of the whole point.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's first time I was hooked. I make it. Yeah. Just to
Yeah,
slow the mind down,
it
I
works,
do.
man.
I do it all the time, even though they say, dang, you ran 10 miles, it took 4 hours. It's like, brother, you don't know what I'm doing up there, just sit and look. 20
I
minutes here,
bet you
20 minutes
it's
there.
probably the same feeling for you. It's just like you get to a point where you've worked out all the jitters and the tension, and you just out there floating.
Yeah, that's it. It's
It's like you out of your head now, and you just I'm sure you get that runner's high quite
yeah, man.
frequently.
Just the views, and you just take it in, White Ranch, you've been up there, so just all different places, and the wind, you can almost hear the earth speak, the ancestors talking, if you really, really listen. And it's
Oh yeah,
enlightening. It's enlightening, man. It's always got to go back to see if we're doing right for the ancestors. Make sure we're taking on the right assignment.
man. Let me tell you, actually, you got me thinking I might want to do a little hike this afternoon.
Yeah, man, get up there. Go
Get
up to
Sonya out there and run around for a minute.
go check out Walker's Ranch. You guys will love it. It's a little climb, but when you get up top, you get a nice view of Green Mountain. So look it up on your. It's just
White, you say Walker's Ranch?
um it is Matthews Winters, excuse me. So it's I-70, and then it's right there. I mean, it's a nice little hike, and then you get up.
Okay.
Once you get up top, you guys, you'll thank me later. You'll be like, oh man, the view. And so
Walker. Okay.
yeah,
Text the name. Text the name to me.
yeah,
Is it a long run from here?
no, it's Green Mountain, just that
Okay.
I-70-ish,
Yeah,
depends
I've
on
been
how.
up there with you before then.
Yeah, it's just the next mountain when we're up on the top of the peak. It's just the mountain that we're looking at. So
Okay.
it's different trails. You'll love it, man. Once you get up top, you'll be like, oh yeah, thanks, Cap. And
Okay.
Sonya,
Yes.
she'll love it.
Text me the name for sure.
Yeah, you gotta get out there today because the blue skies and the air is
Oh,
good.
it looks crazy. Yep.
Yeah, you guys will probably stay up there for a few hours, man, taking pictures, just taking it in, brother. You love it. I love it up there. It's one of my favorites. One of Jameer's favorites too.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I gotta get out there. I got some hiking boots I need to break in.
There you go.
All right, brother. Well, I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna go find me a coffee and a scone.
Man.
Start my morning off with a little pastry, and I'm gonna get it. Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
Good to
no
see you,
problem.
man.
Yeah, likewise, man. That was good stretching. I really needed that one.
Thank you, man. Well, you know where I be at on Sunday morning, so we'll make it happen.
Yes, sir. All right,
Take it
talk
easy,
soon.
man.
Bye.